pretty good. Very quiet, peaceful. Felt like I had it to myself, even though there's quite a few people there. We're all very spread out. But there was a ton of nails and screws and stuff all over on the ground. So I was very paranoid that I was going to puncture a tire, but it looks like we made it out okay. Continuing the journey west towards the coast, I'm going to go into the LA area today. Generally not the biggest fan of LA. I've been there a few times and just never really had a desire to go back. But there's a lot that I want to do that's kind of in this area, and I think I'm going to be forced to spend a little more time around here than I thought. I'm starting the day a little bit late. I stayed up way too late last night, till like almost 2 a.m. editing yesterday's video. Well, we've got about 2.5 hours to get to the LA area. We'll catch you when we catch you. Remember when I was in Arizona and I said that $2.99 was a great gas price and I was gonna miss it? And I said California is gonna have $4 gas. It's closer to $5. It's $4.63 here. Sick. I was wrong. It's actually $4.75. Diesel is $4.63. Diesel's cheaper than gas. And they got stupid pumps that like have to be in just right for it to work. California's lame, man. Just look at this goofy thing. This, I'll show you guys, is why California sucks.
What are you doing? Pump it out, try it right now. I mean, today's bad, but yeah, that.
Grilled cheese and protein shake is down. Lunch of champions. But I have a slight predicament. Like I said, I want to go play some froth, but I'm also pretty freaking tired from staying up so late. So I kind of feel like I need a nap before I go play, but at the same time, I'm trying to beat the like 5 o'clock crowd, everybody getting off of work, not just unemployed like me.
Hey, how's it going? Is there tea times or anything, or is it just...
Just hop on one whenever you like. We're in our Surf City Open layout right now, so everything's the ultra long.
Okay, cool.
Should be fun. It's going to change up tomorrow, so this is like the last chance to play it. It's pretty long.
Cool.
There's arrows in all the baskets that point to the next tee pad, so it's easy to follow.
Cool. All right.
Questions?
I think I'm good.
Cool.
Thanks, boss.
All right,
take care. And we're off. Hole 1 out here at Huntington Beach course. It is $3 to play during the weekdays, so this makes the 3rd time I've ever paid to play disc golf. Course looks pretty pure though, so far no complaints on that. 2 off of 1 looked a little rough. There's nowhere to warm up for throws. I mean, there's practice basket, but nowhere to actually throw. So let's see what we can cook up here today. I think that's a little shorter than I'd like. First putt of the day is a bit of a tester. And we take band. And cage to follow it up. Solid start. Love starting with a bogey on a nice, straight, relatively open hole. So hopefully you guys could hear the the pro shop guy, I guess, said that all the pins are in the longest position today. So, okay, it's gonna be a tough one. Just getting it to stick on the hill is gonna be a challenge. Let's hope we can redeem ourselves from those first 2 tee shots. I threw flippy because there's a Mando left, or Mando right, and I didn't want to worry about going left. And they flipped a lot. There was a little more wind than I thought. And I also have no idea what my stability is like on my discs here. I've never played here before. Okay, well, UDisc says 324, but the T sign says either 346 or 349. So I'm gonna throw a Wraith, hopefully stick it up on the hill. Yeah, there's a lot more headwind. That's my straight Wraith. Holy shnikes. And I think I'm way long. I'm gonna throw one more. I'm gonna throw a Thunderbird. Yeah, that looks perfect. That might hit the chains. Oh yeah. If it didn't roll down the hill, I think we're parked. And I'm honestly gonna take that one because playing a course blind for the first time, I really don't care that much. Oh, Heiser wrapped himself around the T sign here. Ugh. But I really don't care that much about my score because I've never played here. Well, my Thunderbird is right here. Looks like I had to have rolled down because it landed way up higher on the hill. Then my Wraith is way back here by the T-pad. Like I said, we're giving ourselves the Thunderbird just because I have no idea how accurate the T signs and UDisc and everything is. And I obviously knew what to do, just didn't know how far to really throw it. See if we can get our first birdie today and get back to even. Another band. That sucks. Jaden Kuba.
Jaden.
Jaden.
What's funny is the Kuba part I'll remember.
Yeah, no problem.
This one's like just up on the hill.
Yeah, I think it's up to the right. This is the first time I've played here, so I'm just traveling through. But according to UDisc, it's up there to the right.
Oh,
It's pretty far too.
I haven't played here in years, so.
Yeah, definitely a tight shot.
Hey, honestly,
All right, take care, man. I feel bad for this poor guy because he's doing the ultimate playthrough and choke, basically. He's hit 3 trees in a row, and I'm not talking shit at all because I do the same thing. It's just, I feel bad for him because he knows I'm right behind him. So UDisc says it's 258, but I know all of the pins are in the longest position, so I'm gonna be going by that on the sign every time. This says 302. Super tight tunnel shot. We got a Mando right, or Mando left. That always throws me off. And then the basket's like back behind the Mando tree, basically, like way back in there. I'm gonna go with the Stig. We fought through a pretty good ways. Should be able to scramble from par from there. Well, like I said, there's a lot of trees to get through here, but, oh, we've got an open look. We don't even need to pitch out. Get in there. Oh, way short. It was a perfect line. I thought I chinged that thing. Now that's a sight I have for sore eyes. I've not seen water in a fat minute. That is nice. All right, UDisc says 312, but the sign says 366. It's way up there to the right around the hill. I'm gonna go with the Stig again, see if I can turn it. I don't want the forehand to skip too far right. Yeah, pretty weak. Feels like I'm slipping out early on every backhand. I don't know how to fix that. Maybe throw forehand. First thing I'm noticing already is a ton of verticality that I have not been used to back in Arizona, which I like. It's a welcome. The other thing I'm noticing, trees and grass. Sounds stupid, but I'm so stoked to have it. Take the Buzz SS on a little forehand flick here. See if we can get it close. Secure another par. Oh, get down. That is so lucky. Disc golf gods, thank you. Sometimes the trees are mean, sometimes they help you. We're gonna take a lot of pars today, I think. Okay, this says 243 to the long, but I don't see it. I guess it's just up over the hill, up over the crest. I don't really know. That's what we're gonna hope for. It also seems, since it's so far uphill, pretty long. I'm gonna go crave, just make sure we get up over the hill. That was an absolute shank. absolute shank. Slipped out early again. I might have actually lucked out by hitting that tree because there's this little gap right up through here to the pin. But I think I can take advantage of. Looks like the sucker's gap, but when you hit the tree, it turns into the real gap. That'll do. All right, this says 346 down around the corner, blind shot again. Seems to be quite a few of those. All I want to do is just pure this gap. Just getting up there and I'll be happy. Just like that. I think that's gonna be really good. Might be a little short, but I don't even care. I'm happy with that. I did some field work at my campsite last night because it was just a wide open spot and it was feeling really good. Today I feel the complete opposite. I feel like I wasted all my good throws yesterday because yesterday was just coming out online, good snap, like just tons of spin. Today, I don't know, my backhand just feels really weird. And I was gonna go forehand here, but then I realized I was looking at the wrong basket. So kind of have to go backhand here. It's way too tricky of a forehand to even attempt. Real solid shot here. Bit of a death putt, but I'm not gonna even consider it. Just outside the circle here, it is pretty cool. There's painted circles all the way around, so you actually know where the circle is. So this is probably a 39 footer. We're gonna cash this baby, do or die. And we died. Well, my false confidence didn't work. Bro, you're kidding. My first putt is way down the hill, all the way down here. You guys definitely can't see me. I'm like 200 feet away. And I didn't even bring a disc that I can actually throw up here. All right, like I said previously, I don't really care about my score, but I still care a little bit. So we're now +2. The average score on this course is +11. Like I said, they're all in the long position, so I definitely know it's gonna be challenging today. Like I think even par is probably a pretty good score. Granted, I have missed a birdie. One birdie opportunity, is that it? Have I only had one? No, I missed 2. 3, 2. I don't know, I've missed a couple birdie opportunities, so it's not like they're ungettable, but I've made a couple silly mistakes. That was just a death putt that I probably should have gave a softer bid at. I don't know. Regardless, we've got a Mando on the biggest tree here to the left, and then there's also a Mando of the bushy tree to the right. So pretty much a tunnel shot here, very low ceiling. I'm gonna go with the Flippy Pro Destroyer. If it stays under, it's so good. Oh yeah. It's a long one, but oh, it's still rolling. It's gonna be a long putt, but it's a putt. We are actually just inside circle here, about a 29 footer. Another absolute bomber, 402 feet, pretty much dead straight. There is a little bit of a headwind here. I think I'm gonna go with my straight wraith. Get around that tree, come on. Dang it, there's a lot more headwind than I thought. Right when I threw it, really picked up too. I can usually trust that wraith quite a bit into a headwind, so it's gotta be a pretty stiff wind coming through to be able to flip that thing. Probably should have went with the McBeth's Destroyer, but that thing just does not glide very well. I knew there was no way I was gonna reach 402 with that, when I knew I could reach it with the wraith, but instead, we're left with this. Just make sure we get it nice and close, make for an easy tap in par. No need to mess up this hole any more than we already have. Just like that. All right, we're going back the other way now. Hole 9, last one of the front. So I'd really like to get a birdie here. It's 382, it'd be a very tough birdie, but I would like to get one before we go into the back. At this point, I'm just trying to shoot even. Need a couple birds to be able to do that. We've got Mandos on each side. They're not super into play, but the tree that's right in the dead center there is definitely right where I want to aim. So I'm I'm gonna try to go for the gap just left of it. We might finish a little left, but hopefully we can have a long look. We'll see. Oh, so much for the left gap. I guess we're going right gap. Yank job. Yikes. Yeah, no birdie here. Okay, gonna have an awkward putt from outside the circle here, but we do have a decent look. Gonna have to straddle out about a 45 footer here. You gotta be kidding me. I can't buy a birdie today. All right, we got 309, pretty much straight ahead, kind of a tunnel shot. It actually looks like a nice backhand slight turnover hole, but there's a right to left crosswind and I really don't want to end up in the road. So I'm actually gonna go forehand here just to make sure we don't go OB. And we hit a tree. Story of my life. I knew that right to left crosswind was gonna push it down. So I was really trying to push the ceiling there. Clearly pushed the ceiling just a little too hard. Skip. And I'm not trying to come up with excuses, but I am pretty exhausted from only having a few hours of sleep and then driving 3 hours to get here today. But I just feel off. Like none of my shots feel pure, I guess. I don't know. But we got 389 here. Fence on the left side that's gonna be OB, but there's quite a bit of headwind, and just the way that this is flying today, it's been turning, so I'm just gonna trust that it's gonna keep turning. I'm gonna aim a little further right than usual just to be safe, but see if we can get this close enough. This would be a really nice birdie to get. 390 would be a great birdie. Really momentum swinger. I wanted to keep it low, both those shots, so that they didn't go left OB way too low. It's got to be one of the most frustrating things, like when you tell yourself a swing thought, like keep it low, and then you just overdo it. I kept it low, burned some worms while I was at it. Another edge of circle putt. Need this to save the par. Cannot afford to take another bogey. Shake it off. Now I just need 3 birdies to get back to even. Well, here I am coming at you with another excuse, but I did also just think about, I haven't actually filmed an entire round of disc golf in I think over a year. You can fact check me on that, check the channel, but it's been a long time since I filmed like an entire round and not just like a handful of shots. This one's 310. I want to go big hyzer out around the trees, and there's a lot of headwind, so I'm actually going to throw a destroyer. I know it sounds like a noodle arm pick, but probably about 360 of power for that hyzer to get around. Hyzer, hook up. There it is. We're kind of a bit deep actually. Might have overestimated it a little bit. It's probably the shortest, easiest hole we've had all day. And I'm like 2 feet inside the circle. Really need to capitalize on this. It's about time I get a birdie. Otherwise we're running out of holes. We're gonna have to birdie out if we're not careful. And my foot is right in a hole. This is so awkward. All right. We yank it and airball it. Now that is an extremely frustrating par. Like I said, not only are we physically running out of holes, like we're already on hole 13, but this is 435 feet, so we're also running out of like birdieable holes. I gotta get this close so I can at least get like a C2 bid at it at bare minimum. I gotta get something to drop. I just stayed right the whole time. It's not gonna do it. we're just shy of pin high. We threw that about 420, 425. I thought the tailwind was gonna help stable that out and get it left for us, but it just never did. We do have a look. Oh, it says 16. Am I playing to the wrong basket here? I don't know. Just gonna take our par and move on. Things are a little off, like hole 9, you're throwing to the practice basket instead of 9's basket, so I'm guessing the same kind of situation there. I figured out what I did wrong. I did actually just play 16. I completely skipped 13, 14, 15, and although it wasn't a birdie, I don't know what Heiser's doing back here. I don't know, although it wasn't a birdie, that's the first shot that actually came out of my hand well. Felt good, good snap, hit the line I was going for, everything. Just didn't hook up with the wind like I was hoping it would, so we do get a do-over on that hole now. I'm not gonna count that since I played it out of order, but hopefully when we come back, that would be a really nice birdie to get, a 430 footer. If we could pull that off, that'd make the whole round a win. All right, maybe that's all we needed was just a little practice hole. Now we can lock in, get a couple birdies. 315, hyzer around the corner. It's a blind tee shot. I'm gonna go with the Thunderbird, release it on a little bit of hyzer, hopefully just push it all the way down there. I don't know if it's good or not, because I came up quite a bit short. I didn't realize pin was tucked way back here, but got a look nonetheless. Long C2 bid, but gotta get something going for the confidence here. I'm gonna give this kind of a soft bid, but try to make it. But there is OB right behind the basket, and I don't want to make that same mistake again. Give it more of a push putt, floaty, nose up bid. I just threw that OB. Stupid mistakes. I like how they took out this center post, since this is such a common spot for people to end up, I'm guessing. So you can do this. Another bogey. So with that stupid OB stroke, that brings us now to +4. We got hole 14, so 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We got 5 to play. 5 holes to get some birdies, get back to even. I'm getting really frustrated if you can't tell, and I need to just remind myself a couple things. For one, I said from the very beginning that I don't care about my score, so I don't know why I'm caring so much about my score. I think it's just because I'm not executing the shots that I want to execute. That's more like if I was executing shots and just not scoring, I'd feel better, but I'm not executing shots and not scoring. So let's lock in, let's enjoy the grass, enjoy the trees, enjoy this beautiful weather, and just throw some frisbees. I got 321 up the hill. I'm gonna take the big hyzer route, I think. I don't wanna even mess with the low ceiling shot. Oh, or go through the low ceiling shot. Ace it? It was so bad, it was good. I almost aced that by accident. You see what I mean though? Like, I even called it before I threw it. I was going for the big wide hyzer gap and it slipped out super early and went for the low tunnel gap. If I just could actually throw where I'm aiming at, that would be huge. But it's like every time it just is slipping out of my hand early, besides the one hole that we played out of order by accident. So there's the basket I was throwing at and just parked. That's the basket we're actually supposed to play to. Played the wrong hole yet again. Okay, the camera died, so I don't know how much is caught, but I'll recap anyways. I threw a great accidental shot, parked 17's basket. Then I saw this one over here, thought that was the correct one. That's 15. I almost threw to it, and then I let these guys play through, and they almost threw it to it, but then he ran up there. 14 is straight ahead, right below that huge tree up there, like straight in front of those guys up there. So that's where we're going, 321. Let's see if we can get a real birdie here, not a accidental one. That'd be pretty tight. What is that, guys? Somebody from California, let me know. Okay, so it's 321 up the hill. I'm gonna say it plays about 340. I'm gonna go crave, just kind of straight at it. At least straight at the tree. They said the basket's just to the left of it, so I'm just gonna go for the tree and hope the fade gets me where I need to be. Oh my God. Oh my God. Another horribly early release. At this point, I should just back up and go home.
Nice shot.
Thank you. Well, I played 14 like absolute booty cheeks, but we still snuck away with a par somehow, thanks to a nice C2 putt. I need to get a birdie here. We got 321, dead straight. Now the wind feels like it's changing directions again. Yeah, now it's like kind of a headwind, kind of a left to right. So this flat, the Vela flat, should turn just a hair and be pretty decent, hopefully. Did not turn at all. Got a super swirly wind. I think we've got just a slight right to left. Oh, way short this time. Well, looks like I wasted my good drive on this hole earlier. Another long C2, but I got a chance to make it. It's not like we made it the first time anyway, so. Yet another measly par. We got 2 holes left to get a birdie. The last time that I think I played disc golf and didn't get a single birdie was when I played Olympus down in Florida, and on 18, I think I hit band. It was my only birdie look the whole time. This round, I've had a few birdie looks. I just haven't made any of them. All right, hole 17, 351, I think it said. Yeah, 351, straight into the headwind. It's very swirly out here. It was not a tailwind when I just threw. That would have been very helpful to be able to reach that 430-foot hole. Now I'm going straight back into the headwind, and I'm going to be lucky to get a 350. I also am going to be throwing the McBeth's Destroyer, which I swear just doesn't glide a lot. And into the headwind, I mean, 350 is going to be about all I got, honestly. This feels like the strongest wind we've had all day, actually. Well, we're just on the edge of the circle, so that means I threw a Destroyer 320 feet, so that feels good for the ego. Straddle around this tree. Let's make a birdie, come on. Let's go. Thank you. You're only seeing the good ones. Finally, we got, circle it, baby. Circle it. Well, there's a very solid chance that 17 is going to be our lone birdie today, because this is a 438-foot par 3. There's a Mando on the right side of these trees and a Mando on the left side of these trees. So your only option is to just throw it straight at the trees and poke and hope, basically, and hopefully you get lucky. Like, there's a couple tiny little windows, but like the reality of you actually hitting those, I don't see any like real way to birdie this. This is a part, like a 3 is a birdie here. Oh, it's a slick tee pad. This is a super slick tee pad. All the other ones didn't feel bad, but that one feels awful. Yeah, it's super smooth. Some turn, get some turn. Cart golf. Oh, I hate to break it to you, but that's the basket we're going to. Yeah, or at least that. So you can give it another one. Give it another one. Yeah, everything's in the longest. Yeah. I'd have been a lot happier with my drive if it was this basket, but. That's just cruel. I left myself a little more than I thought. I thought I was bullseyed.
Quite a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought it would just sat down right here. You as well. Appreciate it. Take care, man. Well, guys and gals, that'll do it for today's video. I guess, let me check. Let me see what I actually finished with my score here. Finished 3 over. Got 1 birdie on the card. Not my best showing by any means. Very difficult course, but I enjoyed it. Looking back, got a little frustrated during the round, but overall had a good time. Walked 3.5 miles. Good exercise at least. Well, but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the first round that I've filmed in a fat minute. So if you did like it, please leave a comment down below and let me know. And subscribe if you haven't. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.